You kids have it too easy nowadays. Why, when I was a calf, we played.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Andrew the Mo. And when I was a calf, we played Sesame Street ABCs. Sing along with me if you know the words to the song. Sunny day, sweeping the clouds away. On my way to where the air is sweet. I'm going to stop now because of the fact I'm fairly certain that I'm not singing the way I normally would. That was way too high-pitched. Anyway, Sesame Street ABC. This is a game that I remember when I was a small child, I asked Santa Claus for this for Christmas. And, of course, Santa Claus delivered this game to me, and the hours upon hours upon hours of fun that I had with this game. Now, I've seen where a lot of people have, given this game guff, making the statement, oh, this game's not fun. It is not fun at all. In fact, it's too simplistic and it's unenjoyable. Well, you gotta understand that this game pretty much followed suit with what Sesame Street was all about, and that's kind of edutainment. That is education and entertainment all in one. And so we've got Let Her Go Round and Ernie's Big Splash. Now, Let Her Go Round's big purpose is helping you out with the ABC portion of this game, and that is letters. You can match uppercase letters, lowercase letters, then mixed case letters. You can spell one little word, what's missing, and spell the secret word. And I think for the sake of everything, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm probably going to end up choosing what's missing just to give you an idea of what's going on, and maybe show one or two more of these off. And so you see the way W space G. Well, the only thing that works is WAG or WIG. And so you pick the letter, and it pops up and, it lets you know that you got it right. You get this neat little song, and then Ernie replaces the letter for you. If not, it'll bounce, it'll try, it won't do anything, and then it'll bounce back up. So we have something new. I think that's the only thing that's, new. That would be the only thing that would work there. So we're going to give that a shot. By the way, here's the thing that makes me excited about this game. It's the fact that this is actually being played off of, the original cart. Alright, this is not a ROM. This is the NES version of this game. So I'm looking through this, and the only one that works is bum. And I'm like, so they're going to teach me to spell a poor person. Or, something of that nature. But bum which works. You guys 3 in a row, and then one of the characters from Sesame Street will come and do a dance for you. If I remember correctly, the only ones that you can get are, let's see, I think it's Big Bird and Cookie Monster and Ernie, and Cookie Monster and Bert, and I think maybe you can get Bert and Ernie together. I don't remember all of it. But after they dance for a few moments, the music continues to play, and then suddenly fireworks will begin to go off in celebration of your genius. Yes, I would play this over and over and over as a child, and so there are probably many people going, so this is what you played as a child? Yes, you didn't have a good childhood, did you? I had a great childhood. In fact, to you guys that say that I had a bad childhood, there's one specific word that I'm going to say to you, and that's bah. Bah on you all. Yeah, I like how that kind of worked out for me there in the end. I guess wit would be the word here. Either that or whiz, but I'm guessing it's going to be wit, because we're not talking about The Wizard of Oz, The Wiz, with Michael Jackson, but yeah, wit. So that lets me know I got it right. And Bert gets us another letter, and so this would be cat. So we'll just go ahead and drop that in, because it wouldn't be kit. So we get another dance session with another character, and you can tell this is straight off the cart because there are little moments where the cart just spazzes out like that. But that's quite alright. I don't mind little moments like that as long as it's not like what happens with the game. In fact, I'd gotta say right now this is the only Nintendo game I can get to work on the system that I've got. My regular Nintendo doesn't work anymore, so I had to get one of those 3-in-1 consoles. And this is honestly the only game that works in the 3-in-1 console for the NES. Everything else is bugged out or doesn't work at all. So I don't know if it's the carts or something up with the system. I know it's not the system, or it might be a mixture of both because the way everything's set up in there. Anyway, that's something for another time. So we're going to hop out of this and let's try another game. We'll try the mixed letter. So you got a J, and you grab, what's the opposite of it? It's the lowercase j. Education. We're learning right now. And most of you, if you're still here right now, you're probably beating your head up against the desk. Why is he still playing this? Because of the fact that it's rose-colored glasses. It's me looking at the past and saying they don't make games like this anymore. And the truth is, if they did make games like this still, then, well, you know, a game like this, you could get away with this back in the olden days. Nowadays, you create a game like this, and they would say, well, this game's trash. But I loves this game so much, and I will defend it to the death. A lot of it has to do with the fact that, alright, it's Big Bird timeout. Big Bird's dancing again. Let's see if we can get someone else to do this. So we'll try lowercase matching. You just match the same letter, X and X. You're learning. But, I mean, I grew up with Sesame Street, and I grew up with Jim Henson stuff. Like, I watched Sesame Street, I watched The Muppets, I watched Dinosaurs. Even still, I'm getting my wife into watching, like, we watched the Muppet movie recently. It was her first time ever seeing it. And there are a lot of Muppet stuff she's never seen before. Like, I've shown her The Storyteller, and we've watched a few of those things. So she's getting me into some of the things that she likes, and I'm getting her into some of the things that I like. But Sesame Street was something that I watched all the time when I was a child. And so I would play this and play this and play this and play this. And so now we are treated with Ernie and the Cookie Monster. And I love the fact that the Cookie Monster's mouth wasn't colored black, so you can see the Ferris wheel, the lights from the Ferris wheel in his mouth as he tries dancing. Thankfully, the Ernie's hair is not that way. But I just thought that was kind of funny the way that worked out in the end. So we've got more fireworks going off, boo-doo-boo-doo-doo-doo-doon, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doon, and, you know, things of that nature. So we're going to give this one more go-around, I think, and after that we're going to move on to, basically Ernie's Bath Time Fun. Ernie's Big Splash is what it's called, not Ernie's Bath Time Fun. So we're going to give this one more go, and we're going to let this turn one more time. I'd want to see if maybe we can get, like, something other than Big Bird, or maybe something other than Ernie and Cookie Monster. So we'll see what happens in just a moment. So, alright, we got, you know, the next letter, we got a C. And so you just drop the C down. Ding! Oh, no, not there yet, not there yet. Almost there, almost there. And again, you can tell this is on the NES, and it's on, like, on the system that it is, because you see it wigging out some every few moments in the corner and sometimes in the middle. Long as it doesn't do it in the middle of, like, you know, like completely wigs out where everything goes bad, then I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. And so who do we have here? This is Bert and Cookie Monster. So there we go. We've got a number of different things that we've shown off so far. So they're dancing here. I think after this we're going to move on to Ernie's Big Splash. And so you guys can join me again with that in just a brief moment as they disappear off into the sunset. And are we going to watch the fireworks? It looks like the game is wanting to wig out on me some, so I don't know what to do at the moment. Oh no, please don't, please don't, please don't. Nope. Okay, that's so much better. And the music stops and the fireworks continue to go off, and the wigging out continues. We're just gonna hop out of this, and oops. The thing is, I actually had to restart the NES to get to Ernie's Big Splash. You can use the select button to go back a screen, but but you have to reset just to get back to Ernie's Big Splash, which I don't quite like, but that's the way they set it up. Anyway, I'm going to sit on the screen for a few moments while this plays, because you see Rubber Ducky going across the screen. I think if you allow, and if I remember correctly, if you allow this to continue to play, and you allow Rubber Ducky to go back and forth across the screen, then Rubber Ducky should show up in different costumes. It won't just be Rubber Ducky going across there. We should be seeing something else in just a few moments. And so the game may absolutely make a liar out of me in just a moment, but I believe that's something that occurs as the music continues to repeat itself. Oh, there we go. We have Native American Rubber Ducky. Had the Pocahontas feather. I don't know if that's racist or not. We'll just say Native American Rubber Ducky and move along. Not quite a headdress, but, you know, one feather at the least. And he ran off real quick, and there we have one more time. Is there anything else he's going to do for us? Anything else he's going to dress up as? There's Pirate Rubber Ducky as far as the eye patch over his eye, so there we go. Now, this game is your basic puzzle game. And I'm going to kind of take my time going through this because I want to show off as much as possible as I'm doing this. So there's a number of different ways you can do this. Although I noticed that some of this is not quite... it doesn't quite match up all that well, the way some of this is set up. But, you know, that's just the way they chose to do it. And if you make a mistake, there's no going back. No matter what you press, it sends you forward. So you got to keep going, finding that out kind of the hard way. So just moving along, and again, I just want to try to show off what I can of the things that Rubber Ducky is able to do. And so it just takes forever to get to some of these items and to some of these places. So, hurry up, 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 and find this thing. Alright, so we're going to drop down there, and we got like 3 of those already, so, you know, it's just kind of the nature of what it is that we're playing at the moment. Yeah, we're going to go straight down, go across there, and we choose that one looks pretty good. And we got stuck doing that one again, and we're going to go straight down, because if not, we are stuck. But all this is like, you know, you're trying to create a pathway for Rubber Ducky, so you recognize to an extent patterns, puzzles, and how you can maneuver Rubber Ducky around the map in certain areas. So as we do this, we see Rubber Ducky starting to make his trek through the area and heading to the ultimate destination, which is Ernie's tub. And, yep. Shamu! Like killer whale. I don't know what else to say at this moment about the game as far as, like, once you make it, Ernie celebrates. He spills water all over the place, which, you know, makes Bert probably very angry because he's got to clean up the bathtub and everything else. Because you know how Ernie is. Ernie's just dirty. So you can go back and you can go to the Super Challenge. And the nice thing about the Super Challenge is Grover is now part of our little trek here. And there are some added areas that we can go through. So, let's see what all we can do and see what extra things we have through here at the moment. I think there's a pipe I can... Yeah, there we go. There's the pipe. So we're going to continue to move kind of along through this. And is there anything new? Something exciting that I can show off on my way en route to Ernie? And no, there is not. So I need to just go ahead and... Yeah, go ahead and make it to Ernie. And I'm going to try to show off at least. Because if I remember correctly, you can see different characters from Sesame Street. It's not just Ernie. And so we sail across the sea. We use the... there we go. And it just shows Grover off, you know, just maneuvering. His nose lights up some. If I remember correctly, the other game that is, it's Sesame Street 1, 2, 3, which, hey, if I can get a copy of it, you know, and not using ROMs, that's the thing. I don't want to use ROMs. I'd like to legally own the games because that's just the, you know, I like to have the carts. I'm a collector. So if I can get a hold of Sesame Street 1, 2, 3, I will most definitely play it because I think... one of the games had to do with Count the Count, and the other one had to do with Grover. And it was numbers and shapes, if I remember correctly. So I think that's how everything worked out. So we're going to show off Bert real quick. And Bert grows a flower, which dies instantly. And the crocodile helps us up to the top, and we make our way to Ernie again. So I'm going to see if there's any other characters. I think there's a character or two more that's left over, so let's see what we can find, okay? So I'm going to back out of this, and hop in, and then back out, and back in, and out, and in, and out, and in, and out, and in, and I missed Cookie Monster just then. I should really give it more than a few seconds before I do something of this nature. Hey, there's Oscar the Grouch, so let's take a look at Oscar the Grouch and see what he does. I wonder if he throws Rubber Ducky, like, steals Rubber Ducky where Ernie can not reach him. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Oh, we're forced all the way down, which is fine. So we'll just hop on up, and we'll be towards Ernie. So I think what we'll do now is, after we beat this, we're going to try to do Cookie Monster, and then we'll call this a game. And again, this is just a game. I've not played this in such a long time. It's something that I've really, really, really wanted to play. And it's a joy for me to be able to do this. And hopefully, you're at least somewhat enjoying this, as far as it's something different. Especially something different for the channel. Something that's, you know, definitely based on my childhood. Sesame Street was something I really, really liked. And if I can find some of the other Sesame Street games, they just give me an open door to Cookie Monster. They're like, look, we understand what you're doing, what you're trying to accomplish right now, so we're just going to let you go. But of course I can find some more Sesame Street games, because I know there was a Sesame Street game with Count the Count. I know there's a Muppet game where they're at like a carnival, which I know for a fact that wasn't a good game at all. Let's see what Cookie Monster does. Cookie Monster, of course, eat some cookie. But anyway, I think I'm going to call this an end to this episode. This has been When I Was a Calf, We Played Sesame Street ABC, and this is Moo. You guys have a great day. Bye now.